That was a great interview, Jeff. Now, finally, where can I find your website?
I don't have a website.
What?
I just never got around to making one.
You know what? I can't take you seriously with an attitude like that. I am extremely disappointed in you. To not have a website is irresponsible, lazy, you lack ambition. I mean, where's the vision?
Don't be like Jeff. Be responsible. Get out there and shine with a beautiful website by Web Orchard, where they will take care of all of your website needs. Go to theweborchard.com right now and get a beautiful website you deserve.
You know what? Get out.
Hi guys, and welcome to this fantastic episode of the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Now, before we get into this, a bit of a disclaimer. There's a bit of talk about things that people may find a bit uncomfortable to listen to. There's talk of sexual abuse, drugs, county lines, but at the same time, this is a podcast that will help you understand the lives of people like my guests today, and what they've been through, and how boxing, fitness, and having something to focus on can really help pull people out of situations like that. That's the goal for this episode. So that's what we're going to go through. So yes, there's going to be some difficult conversations had in this, but it'll just help set the background. Before we get into this, though, I want to mention a couple of things. I'm editing this, actually, putting this all together just before we head out to Loopfest. If you're tuning in, wondering when you're going to hear Loopfest audio come through, it's going to be the last episode we release of this month, because it's such a monster mammoth thing to edit. So Monday the 27th is when you're going to hear the Loopfest podcast actually come out. So that's what we're planning on doing, is tomorrow as I'm making this. I also want to give a shout out to the guys at Sabrina Boat Tours. They are doing an amazing job at the moment with the guided Shrewsbury tours. I've mentioned this before, and they haven't paid me to do this. I'm doing this because I love these guys and I think they deserve a shout out. They've taken on the walking guided tours of Shrewsbury, and you can book it by going to the Sabrina office. You can go on the website, you can go on Facebook page, and you can book a walk through town, learn about the town. If you've got relatives coming in from outside of town, it's a great way to spend a bit of time if you're a tourist. So yes, go to the Sabrina Tours Facebook page, website, wherever, you book a ticket and be a tourist in your own town and learn about history. So good luck to those guys, and I hope it all works out really, really well. Now, this episode, very proud of this episode, actually. I've just finished editing it through as I'm talking now, and some of the stuff we talk about is phenomenal. It's really good. So give it a bit of time. Hope you enjoy it. And if you have any comments, if you want to open into the discussion about this, please drop me an email. We're at shrewsburybiscuitpodcast@gmail.com. And if it's any compliments to the guys that are talking, or you want to put some input into the situation, I can always forward those on to the guys. Anyway, on to this fantastic episode. Hope you enjoy it. I will catch you guys at the end. We missed the opportunity to do questions for Alex because I forgot. We will do that on the outro, so make sure you stick around for that. Guys, enjoy this episode. I'll see you at the end. Hi guys, welcome to the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. I'm Alex Whiteley, and we've got a really, really good podcast for you today. We're talking about the positive effects, things like sports and sort of, I say extracurricular, but when it comes to difficult lives that we all kind of live, some people have more difficult lives than others, and there are ways to overcome the traumas of living with those difficult kind of upbringings. And I'm bringing a good friend to the show, actually, Ben Butler.
Hello.
From New Generation Coaching. How are you, man? You good?
Good. Yeah. Yourself?
I'm good. Yeah. It's been
time.
It's been a long time. Why is your microphone sound terrible? Keep talking.
No. Can you hear me?
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Doesn't help that my phone's there. So yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you. 4 years it's been since we did that podcast.
I think that was my second podcast, I think it was.
Yeah?
Maybe. It might have been my first. I was trying to find out the other day. I was interneting it, Googling it. But it was either the first or second, yeah.
It's a good experience because I think both of us have probably come a long way since that podcast.
Yeah.
I think 4 years living life adds to anybody, doesn't it? You know,
Definitely.
So what's the 4 years been like for you?
Without me swearing, it's been a bit of a roller coaster, to be fair. So, COVID really had a negative effect on sort of my mental health. And me and Jace, as you'll speak to him soon, me and him met up, but we've known each other since school. I spoke to you, then I lost my job through the care home. My new generation coaching got stopped. I was having to go through a DBS reference. I had to get like 60 odd references and stuff, and contemplated whether I should be around. There was a few sort of dark moments, and then also got dragged back into sort of my past, and I had a penny drop moment, like I spoke to Caymen the other day, and a penny drop moment where I was actually contemplating of doing something, and then I had an email come through and I got nominated for an NDA award as a positive role model, and it was like, bam, yeah, I can't be
Just
done.
move your phone from me, sorry.
Yeah.
Feed it
That's
right
the
into-
universe talking, that is.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Definitely the universe talking to you.
And that's the thing. That's sometimes little reminders of the good work you are, the positivity that you are doing. I mean, I can talk about things that I've been doing with the biscuit that I've kind of not. You know, I mentioned at the beginning, we all have different kinds of levels of difficulty growing up. Yeah. And today we also have Jason and Caymen with us as well. Yeah. Jason, we're going to talk about the things you've been doing recently to sort of keep you on track. But, you know, when it comes to building things up like new generation coaching, like fitness, like something that keeps you off the streets, when it falls, when that thing isn't around anymore, does it fall quickly? Is that what happened to you? Is it was like the fact that, oh my God, I haven't got this thing anymore. F it, I'm going to go back to what I was like.
Yeah. So when you sort of have been involved, if you've grown, like I've grown up around that since I was about 8, 9, and I spoke about this before. So I've grown up around the life of crime, as you say, for 20, nearly 30 years. So when something's easy accessible and you're on a good path, someone can literally take you back that quickly. As soon as something that dark happens in your life, it can take you back straight off. And it nearly happened with me, and I had to shut myself off from a lot of people. And obviously, I'll explain later on in the podcast like what I'm doing at the moment. But I'm just proud to be where I am now and look at the people that I've looked after, i.e. Caymen, and people I grew up with, Jace, and see where they're at now. And I'm just, I feel I'm proud.
Just to be really cheeky to go, guys, and get a bit of feedback. I don't suppose you guys could just chuck your phone on airplane mode just while we're doing this. I'm sorry, you just put that on the floor, just because I'm getting a bit of feedback. I want to get your voices out there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Jason, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks.
You've got an amazing TikTok following where you talk openly about your past.
Yeah, do you
and
want me to
things you've been
explain a bit about myself?
Please do that. Yes,
My
absolutely.
name's Jason Chanman. A lot of people know me on my TikTok as Chanman, and obviously, basically, I suffer of ADHD, borderline personality disorder. I was an addict of drinking cocaine for 20 years plus, and found a boxing promoter, Unleashed, from Telford, who's gotten a lot of lads off the streets and doing boxing the positive way. And I was never into sports, I was never into a hobby. And because of my ADHD, I just, he got me in that. And I had my first match a couple of weeks back, and then the training and the exercise and then the discipline, it just done wonders for my mental health. because it took me 18 months to get back onto my ADHD clinic because there's a massive waiting list.
Yeah.
And obviously the moves, because with my ADHD, I'm up, then I'm down. I've died twice from the hospital, I've been stabbed 7 times. I've had a mad life, but I've just like trying to support now mental health and for the kids about how easy mental health can run into addiction, because it did for me. You never think when you were young I was going to be an addict. It took me so many years to even admit I was an addict. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
I was 20 years on. People say, "Oh, you got." I don't know. I ain't got no problem. I ain't got a problem. So when you admit you've got a problem and you are an addict, that's when you need. Then you'll start to get help.
Was there a bit of relief in that? The moment,
100%.
that moment.
But I'm 34, and it's only took me. It's just only the past couple of years I started to click on. Do you know what I mean? Until I accepted it. Do you know what I mean? But if I could say anything to all the kids or anything like that. She's not a life to be in. Trust me, I've been in and out of jail since I was a kid. You know what I mean? I've been in hospital, tubes hanging out of me. I've got scars all over my face, all over my arms and my bodies and stuff. It's not a life. It's not a glorious life.
It must be exhausting as well, though, walking around the streets and having to protect yourself, look over your shoulder all the time.
It's not a life, trust me, and it's not honestly. And it's not just that; it's the drink and the drugs, because the come downs and the mental health. You're making yourself in a vicious circle. You don't realise it. Yeah, you're going out and you're drinking because you're self-medicating. That's all you're doing is self-medicating.
Yeah.
But now, when you start to get into a boxing gym, yeah, even girls and boys, there's no bullies in boxing gyms. They've got a bad stigma like that, but it isn't. There's a lot of good people in there. Not even if you want to box. You don't have to have a boxing match. You can stay fit and disciplined, and it keeps you perfect for ADHD. Because you're going 100 miles. If you're going to punch in them bags for an hour and a half, it just calms you down so much. It's so well. Even just not. I'm not just saying boxing, jogging or running or weightlifting.
Yeah.
Anything like that, what gets you out of the house, and do you know what I mean? Because I think being in that house with an ADHD and you're bouncing off them walls was no good for no kids.
No.
It's really hard to put any focus into anything else. I mean, like, we talk about the broad universe. When you talk about ADHD, I'm talking about like family life, looking after your kids,
Of course.
going to college, university, doing the job,
in a big way. This is
chores around the house. You know,
it does, yeah. And I think it's only started now with people with ADHD to come out because of the likes of TikTok and things like that. People don't realise ADHD. They think, oh, you got a bit of energy. It is not the case at all, because you're up and down, because you're so high. What must come up must come down.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And then you crash, and then you're in a depression. It's just, if you can't. I'm waiting because you're supposed to get mood stabilisers, basically keeps you on a perfect level, not up and down. But at the moment, because I'm waiting for been 18 months, the only thing that's done me is exercise and boxing training, because it's keeping me level. So I'll go every morning, I'll go every night.
Fantastic.
Like, even if it's just a swim.
I
don't like, I'll go boxing in the morning or training, and I'll go for a swim at night. Because if I don't go at night, my mind starts to go over and over and over and over again. Do you know what I mean?
Amazing. I mean, I love that. I love everything you just said. And Caymen, you join us as well.
Yeah.
How do you
lovely
fit
to be
into
on
all
the
this?
So it's a crazy story, really. I mean, so I met Ben through coming through the care system. I mean, this is my first time meeting Jay. So, yeah, it's my first podcast. And really, it was just like coming up through the care system. You know, my parents let go of me as a child. They didn't really, they didn't give me that, family base, like as we all, there's 6 of us in the family, and I always felt like the one that was left out. There was a few of us that did go through the care system. I mean, my eldest brother, my eldest sister, but we're all on our, like, I'd say separate paths and stuff like that. And like Jay said, going through like the care system and stuff like that, but like it was like exercise that pulled me out of the, like, because I was quite depressed. I was always angry. Like Ben would tell you this. I wasn't a nice young child, and Ben showed me the wits and the ways. He was basically like a father figure to me, and I grew a very great bond to Ben. And when I went through various different care homes, and I ended up in Pemberton and Telford. And yeah, it's probably say the best thing that ever happened to me, and life was all on the straight and narrow, boxing, doing everything really I could. Like, I suffer with ADHD myself, and then when I think it was around 16, I left Pemberton as I found a partner who I was with for a very long time, and I moved up into Greater Manchester, and I was up there for quite a few years, and life was all good. And then COVID come. We had a baby. We lost the baby, who was sorry.
No, that's horrible.
He was 3 months old. I mean, he was going through some things, like we knew something was wrong and stuff like that. But, we was going to Wigan Hospital. They thought, as first-time parents, that we was thinking too far ahead, like, being that parents that were worried and stuff like that. And then by the time we caught, what he had was a brain tumour, when we went back to the original hospital that he was born at, by then it was too late. And then me and my partner, we split up for around a year, I believe. I moved into Coventry, where I'm originally from. And from that day dot, I've never gone through grief. I still haven't been able to sit and have a look back on it. I don't want to. It's probably not healthy for me, but I got myself into the gym. I started looking online, looking at YouTube, looking at people like role models and stuff like that, like into the bodybuilding world, and that's something I want to do in the future. But as of yet, I'm still quite young, and I still suffer with mental health now. I'm up and down with my depression. I do go to Ben for help. I seek advice from Ben. I mean, I've never spoke to anyone professionally. I've always said I could sit here and tell a story on my life, but the day I do that, it would probably be the end for me, because I just can't sit back and look at it all. There's various things that
Move
have been
forward, and I know it sounds of it. You guys have all been through so much trauma, both separately and together.
Yeah,
Of course.
But there's one thing in common that's keeping you guys going, and that's fitness and looking after yourself and routine.
It's the key. Routine and fitness is the key. If I didn't do fitness, I'll be on. I don't know, because I've relapsed a couple of times. I did it 6 months last year, but it didn't box last year. Boxing has just changed my life. It has, honestly. I wouldn't be aware, and I'd probably be relapsed by now. Honestly, that's a true note. I met a really good, like I said, Arthur from Telford, Unleashed Boxing. He's done it so much for Telford, for lads, and all around the UK, because he's bringing like troubled people like us, and then into that. Do you know what I mean? So he's done so much already, and that was his first big thing. It went really well. So he's got his second one, 10th of August, in Wolverhampton Anger, and that should be a really good night. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, if he didn't do that, I'd probably been I don't know where I'd be, but
I don't want to throw anything at people that's not true, but county lines, is that a big thing for you? All you guys, have you guys been involved with all that sort of stuff before?
Yeah, all of it. I know me and Jace have.
no comment.
No comment.
I wouldn't say Caymen has, but I know Caymen from looking after Caymen. Like, how old were you? 14, 15?
Yeah, I think I came when I was around, I'd say just 14, yeah.
Yeah, so when I worked in the system and all that, like we had sort of, we knew what people were coming in and out the sort of care system and all that. There was no thing with Caymen, but the people that were coming into the home were all involved in county lines. So Caymen doesn't know this. So my whole mindset was to make sure that I looked after him, because Caymen was going to get kicked out of the care home, and I told the manager he ain't swearing, but he ain't kicking him out, and I'm sticking by him, and I'm looking after him, and he doesn't realise there was a lot of people that wanted to sort of get him involved in like stuff. So I had
people don't, because it's called grooming, isn't it?
Yeah, so I had to sort out things behind the scenes, if you know what I mean. So,
and sometimes we can, and that's the hard thing to navigate. I mean, Jace, you just kind of hit on that a little bit. Like, is that you don't know where the positive influences are, because there are people that prey on young, vulnerable
because,
people.
Because well, obviously, I'm not just going too much into it, but obviously, with county lines, obviously, the younger they are, if they take the drugs up, obviously, they're not getting jail. If they get nabbed or nicked, they ain't getting jail because it's the youths. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So they're just grooming kids into doing that, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a big thing, innit?
It's huge. It's huge. And the reason why I'm kind of leaning on that is because with that becomes a lot of bravado, a lot of street toughness, right?
Yeah.
And, I'm kind of orienteering this into a way to say,
I see where you...
when you go into a boxing ring, raw emotion and raw anger is everything that you've got in one moment.
Everything,
right?
all your emotions, all your demons and your devils, you can put it out, can't you?
Does that help when out there on the streets afterwards, while you're doing it, or can it add to it?
Because I don't feel I feel like I'm a better man now. I don't know if that's because I'm older, and obviously this as well.
I think you've got wiser though, Jason.
You do, because it's not alive. Trust me, I'm telling you now. You're walking with the devil. You think your mates are your mates, but you're not your mates. Still, everyone's in it for each other. Everyone's stabbing each other in the back. Trust me, I've seen it all. I've seen these, and then when they all get nicked, they're all grassing on each other. Do you know what I mean? And trust me, there's not a life like that. And if they're not even about that. Or you go to jail and sleeping with your missus behind your back. You know what? It's not a life. Trust me. It's that sort of lifestyle. You'll know. If you don't grow out of that, you're a fool to yourself.
Yeah. And this must be hard to notice that while you're in it. We're stepping outside now.
I wasted too many years of stupid stuff like that.
This is why I've got like my twin boys. They've been training now since they were, I think, 6.
Yeah, very young.
They're 14. They're 14 now. They had their first boxing match 3-4 weeks ago. They won, and then they've got another boxing match on the 1st of... I need to check my phone. I think it's either June or May or June.
Yeah, it is in June.
I bet
Is it June? Yeah. So they're
winning.
They're winning. Standard.
They're winners, man. That's what we are at.
If there's any amendments to that, send it to me and I'll put it in the show.
Nah, I appreciate it. But like, I have to, like my daughter as well. I'm not going to mention my kids' names, but my daughter as well. She's like stage 3 in her swimming. She's 5. Do you know what I mean? She doesn't wear armbands. She's swimming 3/4 of the length of the pool. Yeah, and she doesn't wear armbands. So I need to make sure that my kids don't do what I did. And
100%.
And this is what I love about everything we've just talked about, because Jace, just chatting to you before you even armed the mics, you were talking about how you want to show young people that there's a different way. You've been through the care system, you've gone through a horrible trauma.
Yep.
You want to show people a different way.
You got 3 interesting people in 3 different backgrounds. I haven't been into care, but Ben obviously knows his crack, and obviously my man does as well. But at the end of the day, if you put it all together, we've all had a mad life, haven't we, and had trauma.
yeah.
And we're all telling you, all these kids, listen for 3 wise men here, because listen,
3 wise men.
telling you now, who are you going to listen to? Someone who's had all this life. You know what I mean, I've got the scar marks on my face. Do you know what I mean? I've been in and out of jail. I've had it all. I've done everything. Or you're going to go and listen to someone who's never done anything.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Ben, I want to touch on what you mentioned earlier about the crash that happened during COVID. You sort of nearly falling back into your old ways, the redemption pulling you back. It's kind of a cool story, actually. But what did you learn about your emotions during that stage? Is there something that you picked from that's quite positive that you can use?
You want to hear the positive thing? Yeah,
tell me all, man. The negative and the positive. I want to know.
I can't remember COVID. That's how.
No, I'm talking about.
we were hanging around with each other over COVID.
I was in bad.
We're in bad.
They're here, grab them.
No, we're in bad states. So again, I can't name names. So
Claire, don't get anybody into trouble. It's fine.
I was collecting debt because I lost my job and my organisation, and I was staring at like walls with my kids in my house, and I couldn't leave my house except for unless I was going to Asda. Do you get what I'm saying? So when you're coming home and you're sat there and you're thinking, I've got nothing here, and I couldn't see my kids, so I needed to make money. So again, quickest way of making money is go back to what you used to. And I was debt collecting, started. And there was an issue with a gun. And me and my associate were arguing about taking a barrel off an end of a shotgun, and we were arguing for about an hour. And like, people argue about what they're cooking for dinner and all that. Yeah, I'm arguing to my mate at the time about taking a barrel off a shotgun. Do you know what I mean? Because you take a barrel off a shotgun, then it's classed as an illegal weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then
Sawn off, isn't it?
yeah, sawn off then, and then we've wrapped it up in a bin bag and all that, and we got the houses that we needed to go to, and then literally within a space of an hour, I had an email come through to my phone, and I just checked it, and there was a nomination for an NDA award, and I had 64 nominations for an NDA award as a positive role model, and I thought, what the hell?
Yeah, you've gone from one to the other. That's
Yeah.
the universe talking to you.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Energy, I'm a big believer in energy.
Yeah, and it was
You gotta
literally,
protect your energy as well.
and it was literally that penny drop moment. I was like, I looked at my boy at the time, and I was like, nah, I'm gone. I literally
Yeah,
got a taxi, and I.
If you went that way, you'd have probably got locked up and got years. But it's the universe saying you got two roads here. You got this email, or you got that
the other
one.
way, yeah.
There you go. Which way you gonna go, Ben? Because if you went that way, I guarantee you'd have got locked up, and I guarantee it's the universe slaps you in the face.
Yeah, and it was literally someone telling me, like Jay said, it was literally someone telling me, like, I'm here looking after young people and all that, and it hurt. The COVID situation happened because I was going through counselling at the time, and I was going through counselling about sexual abuse, and then a young person then I wasn't even getting counselled by the care home, but then a young kid that was in the care home was involved with sexual abuse, and then he sort of come up to me and told me that he had been sexually abused by his dad, and that for me was like trigger, and I'd gone, and then from that moment I lost my job, I lost my business, lost my daughter's mum, partner, lost my daughter. And then COVID happened, and it all happened in 1 week. Do you know what I mean? And it was like, do you know what?
You've been through in that short 12 months, whatever. You've been through more than what most people go through in a lifetime.
Oh.
You think about the magnitude of what that does to your mental health, just that one short period of time, and you're here now.
Yeah.
You've now got this new focus on boxing, which I think is amazing. You got Caymen here, still sat here. You know, you've helped him through. He's here. Look,
Yeah, he's a role model.
you did that, and you got
Very good
Jace
role
as well,
model.
who's like on the same path. Like you guys have made it through.
I think, sorry, but I think that because us three here, and I'm not speaking, can't speak for anyone else, but I feel like it's hard for us to take plaudits or like. You know, when someone tells you that you're doing really well and like, oh, I can't believe you've done this and done that.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't take it.
Yeah, we're just like, what? Like, this is like, we'll just carry on. But like, because we've been battered to the floor and just told that we're nothing with this.
All our lives.
All our lives.
Shit.
Yeah.
Is there a drive now though to prove people wrong with the boxing, Jace?
Yeah, but I don't listen.
He'll
for
smash.
yourself,
He'll smash it in boxing.
I don't listen. I don't listen to people on fixing, but I'm my energy's good, innit? I know my energy's good, and I like to be around good people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'll help anyone that comes up to me. I get people message me all the time on TikTok, on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, and then about drinks and drugs, and I'll tell them anything. They want. They can ring me at 3 in the morning. Do you know what I mean? I'll try and help anyone I can. That's just my nature.
Yeah, Jace has always had that. You've always been like that anyway, innit?
Yeah,
like, he's always been kind nature.
Just went down the wrong path and
He's
lost
got-
souls, innit?
Yeah, just lost souls, and hence the reason why my books, when I get it out.
What's this you say? A book?
Yeah. So
Are we allowed to talk about it?
we can, yeah.
I was just going to send you into a writing hyperdrive.
No, it's not. Like I
Do it now. It's out there.
I told Caymen today what my book's going to be called. I don't. It was going to cost me an awful lot of money to sort of, I've like us two here, 3, 4, whatever. I've got ADHD as well, so you give me a book, I ain't reading it, and you're telling me to write things down, I ain't writing it down.
I can't read.
All right, so I mean, I tried writing a book. I've never been tested for ADHD, so I'm not going to sit here and say I've got ADHD, but I do have the traits, right? So, for example,
Yeah.
all right, I'm writing this book. This is, I'll tell you about the story.
You're writing a book as well?
I was years ago, right?
Oh, right, okay.
I have the story. I still have it. I have the synopsis in my sock drawer. It's
My
still there.
granddad used to say synopsis, you know.
It's just a summary of the story. That
I don't even know what that means.
I swear out.
It's just like a summary of each chapter.
Like
and
a posh thing.
But
I don't know what that means. Do I?
anyway, so I went and I wrote the first chapter, and the worst thing for me was being inside my own head for that time.
Yeah.
Sitting in there, and I was just like, this is the worst thing. It's boring.
Yeah.
You go from one place to another. I spent like too long talking about how eerily the fire bounced around the reflection of this guy's face menacingly, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I spent a whole book just talking about fire. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you can get lost into something.
Yeah, like,
Exactly.
how do you cut
Get
that
lost
off?
in my mind anyway. Trust me, it's been like a movie.
I've spoken to so many authors from around the world, and I always say, if you can sit there and write it, I envy you, because I couldn't.
Yeah, so this woman, it's mad because I can't say it actually because it might get the other woman in trouble. So like, basically, she's offered to do my publishing for free and get one of them dictaphones and all that.
Yeah, because we won't read it, but we'll listen to it.
But we'll listen to it. and that.
100%.
My friend Tom Bruno, who you met before on the other podcast we did, You Suck, we did the interview with him in America.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he doesn't read. Not that he can read, he's a very intelligent guy, but he gets bored reading. But he listens to so many audio
Because
books.
our attention spans.
Yeah, it's short, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why Jace does well on his TikToks and all that. Like, because it is.
Right, yeah, good point. TikTok, YouTube. I mean, when it comes to media, we're talking about books, we're talking about things that can help people, inspire people.
Come and follow me.
All the
Chamman, the great champ. I had to get that in.
so many people.
Hashtag.
Hashtag Chamman the champ.
I love a good reel. I love a good TikTok because they're short, sweet, and they tell a good story. One of my favourite at the moment is Joey Swall.
I don't do TikTok, mate.
I
love it.
We're talking about gym and positive attitudes. Do you know Joey Swall? He does the gym videos. He shames people for. He's massive, right?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, by the food.
No, it's bad gym behaviour. So if somebody's like kicking off because somebody's walked through their YouTube video that they're doing.
The guy from America.
He's like, mind your business, do better. Pulls people up, but he does positive things as well. I love stuff like that.
I know that Eddie, whatever his name is, the African geezer that just talks
About the food. What you put in your
talks about
body is
eggs.
true.
eggs, meat, bread. What he talks about is eggs.
It's true what you're saying though.
Yeah, I know
Whatever
that.
you put in that stuff in the sugar, that can affect your mental health. I'm telling you what.
Yeah, cool.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
What you put in your body is you have to protect what you put in your body.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All this pop and these energy drinks, no good for you. Water and clean food, and you'll feel better mental. That'll protect your mental health as well.
Absolutely. What's the what are the bad days like for you guys? And because you're training, you've had a bad crash that lasted nearly sent you to prison. Caymen, what? I mean, you've been through a terrible ordeal. You're talking about the positivities of going to the gym and stuff. How do you get through the tough days?
So, a bad day for me is actually not going to work.
That's how. Can I just butt in a minute? This is how like proud I am of him because I don't even know. Like when all this stuff that's happened to him when he lost
The Babbit.
Jackson, yeah, like I and his missus, yeah, I was like, I'm waiting for him to like fall off.
Yeah,
he was going to work, going to the gym, doing bodybuilding and all that still, and I'm like, bro, what? Like,
so you found strength in him. So
yeah, like he's my
the
inspiration.
apprentice became the master.
Yeah. I mean, it's because it's
Jedi.
Young Padawan.
It's like like a tunnel vision. There's times where I have come off track, and I have sat down. I have cried. Obviously, everyone cries.
Real men
we're
cry.
men. Yeah, we cry. But at the end of the day, I don't want my life to go around in a big circle.
No.
I'm sure wherever he is, he's looking down on me. He's proud, and one day, you know, like Ben, he's writing a book. You know, I could do that myself, but obviously with my attention span, probably not. We never know though. But yeah, I just like, with my work, it drives me in a place that, you know, something I've never actually had to focus on, because I wasn't very good at work, you know. I wasn't very good in school. I mean, I think I left school when I was around 12 years old, so I was never that intelligent child, you know. But
You are intelligent, Kim.
yeah, well,
There's intelligence and there's academic.
Yeah. I can't read and write, but I am, in my mind, I'm a clever person.
Yeah.
I'm sharp, like, but you give me a piece of paper and write something, no way. But in other parts of life, you'll be so much better and sharper than other people.
yeah.
You just got to
Alan
take your
asked
strong.
about you the other day, by the way. Alan. Alan.
Who's Alan?
The one from Admiston, the one who took you for professional teaching. Do you remember?
Oh, the tutor.
The tutor,
Yeah.
He asked
I mean,
about you the
that's
other day.
another one I used to get tutored at the care home. I mean, I wasn't probably the best student, but, you know, there's people, like, I don't realise myself that have, you know, tried to help me. They have stuck by me. I still have people now, you know, like Ben said, people tell me how good I'm doing, you know. I don't know how you do it, but it's just another one of them things. I'm just like, I don't take that in. I just go. Because, you know, when it comes to intelligence, I say, I know what I want in life, and I know, you know, I have got another baby now. My little boy, he's I think he's 15 months old, and, you know, I want to show him the ropes and the ways, you know, make him feel the love that I never had when I was a child. You know,
get that.
make sure he has everything,
Yeah.
you know, because at the end of the day, he's my number one priority. You know, I do put my friends who are close to me, I put them, you know, in the same position, really, because they're people around me that I still have now, people around me.
I get what you sorry. I see, because you went in care, you want to show your kids loving it.
Yeah, of course,
Because
yeah.
I never met my real dad in it.
Yeah.
And he died when I was in jail, so I don't know. I got a stepdad, but I class him as a dad. So I
Yeah.
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You want your kids to never to feel that
No.
why abandoned. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
I always felt that. But go on, sorry.
No, it's all
I think they talk about this. The older generation talk about our kids and how we mollycoddle our kids and how our precious darlings and all this sort of stuff and how life's changing. And I was thinking they used to kick me out all day and tell me to go play with a stick.
Yeah, that's good though. You're out there. You should be on points.
Yeah, but you're out there, but then you end up like in trouble like Ben was, or like I'm a
Yeah, but
council
people
estate
are all
kid.
on the phones and these kids and computers. They don't even go out of the house, do they? I've been out for 6 months.
I think there's got to be a fine. But I remember my son, he's 9, and he had 2 friends over, and they're sat here, right? They're trying to work out how they get them Fortnite together. One on the Switch, one on the TV. I was like, no.
They've all got different
here's a
tablets and they don't talk for 3 hours, but they're talking on the ones.
I was like, here's a football, go outside. So there needs to be a better
Yeah,
that.
you got
But
to balance it.
Yeah,
balance.
there does. And I completely, like, I can't even, I try and shut my childhood out. But, like Cayman said, and like Jace is doing with his daughter and that, like, we need to make sure that our children aren't, like, feeling how we felt through our childhood, and we'll do what we can to make sure that they have. That's why I'm leaving a legacy. That I've already said. I said to you and Alex, and I said to Kayman, I said to Jace, we're all going to leave a legacy for our children. Do you know what I mean?
That's the legacy. You don't want the crap one, do you?
No, exactly.
You don't want to see your dad all wrecked and that being in that jail. You want to see the best and the positive side of you, because we've all got it in us.
Yeah, we can switch, like, from, like, I guarantee if Jace can switch like that, Cayman can switch like that, and I could switch like that, you could give us one moment and we're gone. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like we're stronger than a lot of people.
Yeah, we've been through a lot.
You see that in a lot of the wise guys that are in the movies and stuff. You can see they still got that look in their eyes. You know, the ones that have been out there and they've done it all.
Yeah, they'll do you over still.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still get slapping about. You just got to.
I'm not calling you guys wise guys, by the way. I'm just saying.
I just try and protect my energy. I don't go around fools and that no more.
Well, energy is a really good thing to talk about, because you showed me the video of your fight, which was very good. You knocked the guy down, and you were saying that you was gracious in defeat. You guys
Shook his hand off like a
Yeah.
man, innit?
But you also said that he's very similar, from a similar background to you. For me, that's 2 raging bulls fighting each other. What does that look like in the ring when you both?
Well, he's seen he got knocked out.
What does that feel like? I mean, like that all.
It's wicked. It's just wicked atmosphere. You get loads of chicks after.
Any young ones listening to this about boxing interested?
Yeah, you get.
The thing is, you get to do it for you get to do it legally. Do you know
Yes,
what I mean?
legally. That's what it is, because obviously that Unleashed, that's what it is at the moment. It's people settling beefs, in the right way, in a controlled way with a referee. And at the end, these people who could have a lot of serious things out on the road, can now have it and respect each other and shake hands at the end. So they're settling stuff.
I can't. I'm not going to mention names, but I have seen videos of people through Unleashed offering people out. It's quite cool.
Yeah. It's good. It's a big thing in Telford. It's going up.
I think the guys that run this, I'd love to speak to them.
Oh yeah, Arthur,
I'd love to.
It's wicked, man.
I'm still trying to get on this podcast yet. Still, have a word with him again.
I've been on his podcast. I'll speak. I see him most days. That's what I mean.
We'll do a podcast exchange. If you're listening to this, come on my podcast. That's quite cool. I'm going to do a promo now, and I hate doing this. I'm going to try and shoehorn it into this somehow. So just go with it. Okay. Do you guys like cricket?
No.
Cricket? No.
No, I'm all right.
Cricket ground.
That worked out really well.
I remember Brian Lara.
Brian Lara cricket.
Yeah, I remember that on PlayStation.
Well,
I ain't got a clue what he's going on. Right?
there are lots of people that really enjoy cricket, and this is on behalf of the guys from TWS.
Are you doing an
podcast.
advert? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
So the Column Cricket Club are doing a versus All-Star XI on the Sunday, the 21st of July, 2024. The guys from TWS podcast have got in touch with me. I'm going to be there. We're going to speak to the guys from the podcast. It's an amazing podcast. If you like your sports, it's from an autistic school. They speak to.
You've got to respect any sport, because it's getting people doing stuff, isn't it?
Exactly. That's what we've just been talking
You
about.
can't just say, I just stick to this is, because people might not like boxing, they might like cricket. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You just got to be open-minded, ain't you?
And they are taking on an all-star cricket team with celebrities,
They'll be
sporting
looking at us.
celebrities. You know,
Don't be looking at us. Crickets and balls don't match.
we know how to use a cricket bat.
Yeah, we don't know about the ball.
I think there's even going to be a couple of ex-Shrewsbury players there. It's going to be amazing. So there's going to be kids entertainment, live music, meet and greet, raffle, food, fire service demos. There's going to be a bar, which is
No good to us.
activity stalls and live podcasting by yours truly. The event starts at 12 p.m. on the 21st of July. Prices are adults for £10, under 18s £5, and threes are under free, which is a very clever thing. Free's under free. It's all raising money for the Little Rascals Foundation and the Whistle Foundation. If you go to book tickets and use the code Biscuit20, you'll get 20% off your tickets.
Get on that.
Yeah, Column Cricket Club.
So is Rob Foster playing then?
I don't know.
Was he?
I don't know. I'll have to. Adam Rees from.
I know
the
Joe
TWS.
Hart was a good.
You got some more adverts on that front.
This, I keep looking at the smart, but this is what we're going to do towards the end of the show. This is called the Random Minute. It's a random minute. And this is random questions that I'm going to ask all three of you. Okay,
And you're asking.
We're random guys.
Yeah,
so
we're
don't worry
random.
about it.
again, the High Sheriff got put through this, so if she gets put through it, then
Who's
She
the
needs to
hottest?
contact me as well, because I've.
Mandy Thorne's done now. She's done her 10 years. She's finished.
Who's that?
So every April, it's like the end of a tax year, isn't it? Yeah. So you have a mayor and a high sheriff, but the high sheriff swaps every year.
I'll go in for that.
You wouldn't be able to. It's a bird, bro.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll
Get your dress on, innit?
There's a guy this year. We got a guy this year.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
No way.
And he'll come on the show as well when he's finished his tenure.
No way.
So back on topic. You got another boxing event coming up. Are you doing any
April
boxing?
the 10th at Wolverhampton Hangar.
Say that again. Sorry.
April the 10th. August the 10th. Sorry. Wolverhampton Hangar Unleashed boxing.
Okay, Unleashed Boxing. They
It's a
got
big
Facebook.
thing, man. It's a big thing Unleashed in Telford, and it'd be. I bet you've seen it as well. It's big
have
all
heard
around
of it.
West
getting
West Midlands is the big thing.
Yeah.
It's a very big thing. It's going to be one of the biggest things in the UK, I reckon.
I reckon it will be.
100%.
And I think it's it's so cool that thing exists because, we were talking about different sports. You talk about cricket and stuff, if it helps you, it helps you.
Yeah.
Music, Trademark Blood, what he's doing with the Shropshire Music Awards.
Yeah,
the
Thing is though, sorry to put in. If you got trouble with someone out there, you can't go and play a cricket match, can you? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You settle it in the right environment and get a handshake at the end. Do you understand what I'm
But
trying
what
to
you
say?
can do is you can funnel all of your hate into a bowl.
Yeah,
you know?
probably at their head though.
Exactly.
You don't need that. We're trying to do positivity, not ambulance.
It's leg, bat, and wicket all in one go.
Yeah, you said about Tim there as well, trademark.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that I've got going. So I spoke to Jace the other day and Cayman a few weeks ago. Like we're trying to start our own. We're going to try and do a live podcast.
That's good.
Yeah, and get like musicians and all that on, and then
Oh, that'd be
like,
brilliant. That'd be
get
brilliant.
massive barbecue, like Jamaican barbecue and all that.
Yeah, that'd be mad. Though.
Jace is going to be on there. I've already asked Cayman to be on there. You're obviously going to be
Oh, we'll see.
here or
If he
there,
wants to
but
be there.
like, but yeah, so like Tim Trademark's doing a lot of positive.
What's trademark?
Trademark Blood.
Trademark Blood. He's he's a massive rapper in Telford. He is, bro. Ask Arthur about him. He's
Big deal. He's an events coordinator as well, so he puts on events, massive
I
events.
respect anyone who's doing stuff out of Telford.
Yeah.
At least
But-
they're doing something, innit?
The point is, you can funnel all of your negativity into anything: music, poetry,
it's
boxing.
anything what you're interested in. 'Cause like I said to you at the start, I'm not interested in football, I'm not interested in rugby, I'm not cricket or anything like that. I find something what I'm interested in, so I'm addicted to it now. Do you know what I mean? And that's exercise and boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it might not be for a young kid. You might not want to get punched in the face. He might want to do cricket, or he wants some, like you said, rapping.
golf or something.
Do you know what I'm
like
saying?
that. Yeah.
I love this. This is my thing.
Yeah,
in the
cool,
podcast
cool.
because
I'll be big in the podcast. Watch me. Chanman's out. Don't say Chanman's out.
I love it. What would you say then? We'll go around the room. If there's anybody listening to this that's probably a bit pissed off in the world, I'm going to leave that in. I don't care. And is looking for an outlet. Like boxing, or they're struggling, or they won't even admit they got a problem, like you said.
Yeah,
earlier.
listen, I took me 34 years to admit it, but you do it. You're just a free person then. You're free to yourself when you start admitting it. And what are you going to do? What's the worst that's going to happen when you go into a gym? A lot of people anxiety. A lot of people have anxiety, but everyone's got stigma like, that gym, people in there, or boxing, or everyone's going to beat you up, bullies. It's so different. I just say get up and go, because when you're 70 in your deathbed, you're going to think,
Why are you going to look?
what did you do? Why did you not just do that? What have you done? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
get up and do it. I ain't afraid of doing anything. I'll try anything once. You know what I mean?
Every now and again, I do a bit of a trim up. I will go to the gym. I do. You'll see me.
You
there.
can tell.
Bit of a pudding at the moment, but no, I do love it because it, like, believe it or not, I do like my cardio.
Yeah.
I can smash it out.
No, I get that. Yeah.
But I used to go to the gym in Horsehay when I lived in Telford.
I know.
The leisure centre.
It's in
Opposite
It's
the
like-
train
it's-
station. thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a proper grease pit, and I mean that in a good way. It's somewhere you can
I
go,
know which one.
somewhere you could go and just absolutely just smash it, right?
Smash it out.
Yeah.
You will. The feeling you get after you come out of a gym or a training session of boxing, you just feel amazing.
It's like sex.
So why
innit?
would you? Yeah, why
Like
would,
sex, yeah.
well, it's endorphins, isn't it?
No.
It just releases endorphins, exactly the same as what drugs do. So why wouldn't you just do something that makes betters yourself?
Yeah, hormones.
Boys, yeah.
Doesn't make
Standard.
because when you take drugs, you feel like shit after. So why don't you go to the gym? You're only going to feel better. So
Yeah,
you're not getting no
exactly.
come down.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? It's a win-win.
And it's like you're using that sort of negative energy that if you used it in an argument with someone or out on the streets or at work or whatever, you get in trouble. But you do it in the gym, and it's
So
good.
yeah, you can smack someone in the face in the gym all day, and you get smacked in the face. And listen, gloves. It's not. What's the worst you're gonna do? Get a black eye. You get a black eye outside anyway, so you might as well do it in a neutral thing.
When you-
and you have respect for the person after.
When you go like sparring and stuff, and you have like a rough day, and you feel like just letting leash. Do you have to have a word with your sparring partner, like just?
Nah, the thing is, this is the thing. This is another stigma of boxing. Yeah, you listen. If you get someone to go when you go into boxing with him, yeah. If someone goes in there like a bully person or backs like a hard hitter, they will get tamed straight away because they'll get a big boxer who's really good to slap them into place. This is what I'm trying to say. You don't spar to hit, you spar to learn technique.
Back in order.
Yeah.
You don't hit hard because you're not in a fight.
You're only doing it to like show like your skills and level.
It's a technique. So if you've got someone who's hitting you hard, you'll get someone who's better. Will teach them and give them a slap around because then they'll be like, "Listen, but the bullies don't last in boxing gyms because they will get whacked out clean. Not, do you know what I mean? They'll get put into place and listen, you don't be whacking newbies like that. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't happen. The coach should got to be in there before anything anyway.
Well, coaches are very important, aren't they? Because
100%. I respect my coach more than anything because he is the best in Telford. Legion Boxing Club in Donington. He's what world champions will come out of there. Liam Davis from Telford is world champion now. He's come out
Is
of
that
there.
Richard Wood? Not Richard Woodall, is it?
No, Liam Davis.
No,
loads of pros have come out of there, but he is an army. This guy, but he will train with you, and I mean, most coaches watch you train in your circuits. He will be there. He's 50-year-old running harder than you. You got to respect that, don't you? And if you don't respect your coach,
we all have coaches that are tailor-made for us. I've spoken to life coaches, business coaches, physical coaches, young people coaches like yourself, Ben. We've all got to find that one person that can drive us and make us do better with ourselves.
Got to respect them as well, because if you don't respect your coach, there's no point. But the thing is, most boxing, you're going to respect them. You got to, trust me, you will.
What's the biggest challenge for you with this?
Mate,
if you had to pick a challenge with the boxing, what's the hardest thing for you to get through?
I don't know. I love it.
I love that.
I love it. I love getting punched. I love punching back. All my energy gets channeled. I'm addicted to it. I'm like a saying with it now. Because my ADHD, I get, if I do something, this is what I'm saying. When my addiction, if I do something, I'll do it to the extreme. And now I'm doing it to the extreme in boxing. But I love it.
Is it helping with any addictions that you may have?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think about that no more. That life's gone. It's gone, man. I'm addicted to that. I'm obsessed with it. I go wake up and at 6 a.m. I can't wait till that gym opens to start punching people. And I go every 9 o'clock every morning, and at night time I go Monday, Wednesday, Fridays for an hour and a half in the club.
It seems like there needs to be more of these gyms across.
There is about it, but the thing is, this is why Unleash is opening up, because before this, I jumped on. This is the first fight. This was in Wolverhampton. There's a massive turnout, massive night, wicked. Everyone thought there was going to be trouble. There was no trouble. It was controlled. It went off so good. Now the message Arthur's is getting is unreal. All around the country, everyone wants to do this and that. It's a big thing,
and
it's making a lot of young people come off drinking drugs and bad roads into a boxing gym to do this fight. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I think it's an amazing story, and what I was going to add on to it is you shared your story on TikTok. Lots of people were inspired by your story.
Yeah, I get messages all the time. They love it.
Imagine if you could do that, Ben, and you can do that. It's something that we can all relate to.
If you can help anyone out, doesn't that make you a better person? Because I'm striving to be the best I can.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a bad man. I want to be a good one, a good person. Do you know what I mean? I've been a bad person, and it's not a nice. I don't want to be a bad person.
Like I said before about showing our legacy in it. So it's leaving a legacy for our children, so people can see can see where we've come from, to see where we're at now, and then people will be like, do you know what, Rav? Cayman's gone through.
Instead of being a bad man, be a good man.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say. That's what you're trying to say. Listen, bad men they're idiots.
Yeah, they're twats.
Good men. We've been bad men. Now we're good men. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's get kids saying, "Oh, I'd rather be a good man." Do you understand what I'm saying? Instead of going on the road with picking up knives and being a bad man.
And
do you understand?
Yeah.
And I remember you talking last time, and one of the things that sort of resonated with me was you talking about there's a sell by date for that kind of behaviour on the streets.
Yeah, there
You're
is.
either going to get stabbed or you're going to go to jail.
Yeah, so there's only one. There's two options if you carry on with that life. It's death or jail, and there's
100%. Look at me. Look at my.
There's no positive outlet out of it. Do you know what I mean? But if we can show our youngsters that our negative outlet is now put into a positive, that's the best. That's the best thing. But
even if you help 5 souls or 1 soul, it's better than anything. Isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And that's why I'm sat here with Cayman, Jace, but me and Jace grew up with each other. But Caymen was someone that I looked after from the age of like 14, 15.
I see you guys as like a fork in the road. You know, you're one side of the fork, you're the other, but you've all had similar experiences.
Yeah.
You're sort of coaching each other through it.
Yeah.
You know?
Like I speak to Caymen, like we're trying to sort out a holiday, aren't we, soon? We're trying to do we're going to try and do a lads holiday with just me and Caymen because he sold me out because I'd taken my daughter to Mallorca in September. And I asked him to take Albu on holiday, and he sold me out because he wants to go to Cavos and meet loads of
Birds.
And that. So I'm trying to do the adult thing, and he's still doing his.
He's only
Youth.
how old are you?
21.
Yeah, he's youth,
Yeah,
man.
good.
Yeah, I know, innit?
Them have
Yeah, I
fun,
know.
man.
But I still have to I pair it in. Do you know what I mean? Like I speak
I
to.
get what you're saying. You want the best.
Yeah, and I have to I speak to you every day, innit?
Yeah, we talk to each other all the time.
Spoke through the Coventry United match and all that, and I need.
Where we got robbed, by the way.
Yeah, you did get robbed. To be fair.
I saw that. You definitely did get robbed. I've watched it again and again and again. United were lucky.
They should be. I told you they should be embarrassed. As
You on TikTok?
I've done. Yeah, we got TikTok and Shrewsbury Biscuit.
You want to get on to because
Go on the Chanman.
I'll give you a follow.
Nah, but yeah, well, good. You got it, haven't you?
What I'm
Push
doing.
it out there. Nah, but I'm saying like a lot of people watch TikTok now, so it's good. If you want to get a message out there, it's a good place to get.
I struggle with that. I do, Jason.
Nah, honestly, TikTok's
I
the one.
I think I'm a bit old-headed.
I was. And then I looked at it and thought, whoa, he's out there. Shan, is he?
It's that scary thing of putting yourself in front of the camera.
I can't-
I was
do
at the
face.
start. I was, yeah.
Is
I
it?
thought, I felt a bit embarrassed. And I thought, nah, this is me. I don't care. Let's go gadget.
If you've got a good story and you're true to yourself, I think it just flies, doesn't it? Naturally.
Just another thing
The reason
to
why-
overcome.
Exactly.
I think you could tell we're just talkers anyway. We don't
Yeah,
care.
we can talk for England.
Yeah,
We could probably do this for another hour, if I'm honest.
What, another hour? We'll be
Break out the room. But the reason why I'm on my phone is I like to throw up some interactions on Facebook, and I threw out a question because like when it comes to being young, 21-year-old, and you got Ben going, you can't do this, you can't do that. Oh man, what are you doing that for? It's all about unwanted advice, right? Because there are ways to give people advice to get people through. So I threw a question out. How do you approach feeding someone advice when they're not ready to receive it? What is the best advice to give someone who's starting again from scratch in life? And also, what is the worst advice that is commonly given to someone who is starting from scratch? If anybody got any input for that.
I have,
Yeah.
but can you break like that?
Right, we'll do number one and then we'll go around.
Yeah.
'Cause right, so number
give
one.
Ben number-
I can see Jake's neck going like this.
Right, number one.
Give Ben number
His
one.
eyes are like this.
Okay, this is probably going to be around the. Okay, how do you approach feeding someone advice when they're not ready to receive it? Say you know someone and they're about to do something terrible, like saw up a shotgun and wrap it up, and you need to desperately tell them not to do it, and you need to give them that advice. How do you do that?
It's a hard question. Huh?
Yeah, it's very hard. The sawn-off shotgun's a bit deep, but
Yeah, sorry, I didn't throw that in. That was probably a bit too personal.
but like if,
I had to put it in a scenario that you can
I get
understand.
it. If it's, I think it's all down to the individual. Like it really is. So like Jace and Caymen have decided, and myself have all decided to do something different with our lives, but that hasn't come from that. It might have come from advice here and there. Do you know what I mean? And people have like chucked things here and there to like advise us, but it's really down to the individual
Yeah,
On
person.
their own path.
You choose your own
You
path.
can't choose other people's type.
No,
I know
exactly.
that. I got told for years to stop doing, and then it was at me. A switch goes off in your head.
Yeah, it's
and you,
like a light
you do
bulb,
it
innit?
or you don't.
Yeah.
We'll try and or you can drill it into someone for years and years and years, but if someone's a bad cookie and they don't want to listen to you, you can't do nothing. That's
Carry
just
on
fortune.
putting
That's just
it in the
life.
cookie jar. Isn't it?
Or the bread.
Jace, how do you answer that one? Then? How do you give someone advice they're not ready to hear?
Listen, because I know you just can't. To be fair, I'll give people. I get people all the time still, and I'm trying to say like my old past in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying to them, "Nah, do this," and they're addicts or they're just doing that life or doing crime, and I'm telling them, I'm trying to show them, like, I can't push anything. I'll tell them, I'll show them. But you can't push anything because no one will listen till they're ready to listen. Trust me.
Good. And yourself, Caymen?
I suppose it's just, the same as them two said. It comes down to the individual, and when you that individual could have people around them and like they may not notice it, but in their head they're taking things and like a lot of things that different people are saying, and they're going, you know, this is the way. But you know, as they said, you know, as people, you can't like I find it hard for someone to give me advice, and you know, this is the way you should have gone. You know, like Ben, when I first met Ben, he was like, you know, you can't do this, you can't do that, and eventually you do realise, you know, this is not the way, you know, that life is. You've got to choose something for yourself. You've got to choose your own path. Find something to focus on and just go for it 110%.
Can I buy it? But the thing is, I stuck with Caymen, and I feel like...
Yeah, you always need that corner man, you know, like in the boxing, like your coach.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
You always
coach,
need that
yeah,
one
yeah.
person.
Consistency.
Consistency. So, like, because we've never had consistency with our family or friends and all that. Like, I channeled all my energy into consistently making sure that Caymen was my sole priority of making sure that he ended up doing what he's doing now with his work, like, and stuff like that, his bodybuilding and stuff like that. And you have to stick with someone, even if they keep fighting against you. But if you see that true heart and
you
know
can
that
see things. I think we're special people because I feel things and see things.
Yeah,
you can see it in
like
people.
you said, energy, innit?
Energy, man. Honestly, you can see good energy, and I think a lot of people with ADHD have got good energy. But
Yeah, definitely.
Just go
I
down
agree with that.
different paths. But when you start to see the goodness in it, you can go a lot far in life. I like manifest things and that. I don't know if you know about
I think if you go into someone and you fear them, it almost creates a negative vibe anyway.
Fear is a negative vibe.
Yeah.
Listen, anything, you can't fear life because life's life. Like, when you start to, if you're a big believer in energy, like manifesting and protecting your energy, like, anything negative you need to stay away from because you can suck negativity into your life.
Yeah.
It's all great advice, by the way. I think it's going to really help people. Genuinely. Second one was, what is the best advice to give someone who is starting again from scratch? We'll go to you, Ben, for that one.
Starting from scratch after going back, relapsing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do not.
Just carry on. Like, literally, like, you pick yourself up. Again, I had this conversation with Caymen. Jace has done it himself. Caymen's done it himself.
1,000 times.
If you we'll carry on starting from scratch.
Yeah.
We
all
used
the
to
time.
it, that's why.
Yeah.
We've been doing it for a young age. You know what I mean?
And you build.
I've had money, lost money, smashed it, fucking had it, lost it, drugs, badness. We've all done it. Do you know what I mean? Up and down. So you get used to it. That's the thing.
It's like building a resilience.
Yeah,
do you know
yeah.
what I mean? It's like, you know, when you first break up with a bird and that, and you're heartbroken.
Yeah. You get used to it after the second time, third time,
fourth, fifth time. You just end up.
Makes you hard, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's normal to you.
Yeah, so it's like you have to build that resilience to start again, carry on starting again.
Don't be scared of starting again. That's the thing. What keeps
Doesn't matter
people
how
in
old
boxes.
you are, just carry
Yeah,
on. Innit?
keeps people in boxes. Yeah. I don't care. You can lose everything and start again. I've done that many times now. We're used to it.
Yeah.
Don't be scared to do something you want to do. Yeah, because you'll be stuck in a job or you'll be stuck in something you're unhappy. Yeah, because you're scared to go and do something you wanted to do.
And listen, like, if I can speak on Caymen's behalf, he lost a 3-month-old baby. Do you know what I mean? For a brain tumor, and he sat here bodybuilding,
Just gone through it, innit?
It's
doing
just
work.
like
His mum and dad aren't like. His mum and dad are not there, but he's there working. He travels.
Trying to be a better man, isn't he?
Yeah, he
You've
travels.
got a good aura about you.
Yeah,
You don't mean that in no
he's
creepy way. You genuinely you hold yourself up.
He travels from Coventry, to Manchester to go and pick his son up. Yeah, every
Real man,
weekend.
innit?
Yeah,
Real man, innit?
And he that's someone that started again, and he's 21.
So you go. From a young age as well. He's a young person. He's a good role model from a young age, isn't he?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
When I was 21, we'd be running around the street doing madness.
I think I only just got out of jail. I think.
I'd probably be in jail. I was.
Have you got anything to add to that?
Yeah, all I say is, you know, everyone is stuck on that roundabout in life, you know. You hear it all the time, you know. They say all the top people in the world, you see it on TikTok, you're stuck on that roundabout. But all I say is go around that roundabout once, carry on forward, go to the next one, go around that one once and just keep on going. Just keep
like
on
that.
going.
That's really good.
That's
I think we
the
found a
way
soundbite, people.
I like that.
We'll save that. One more, and then I'm going to go to the comments people have put. What is the worst advice that is commonly given to people?
Why is this live?
No.
I'm gonna say.
I put this out a couple of days ago. This question.
Hashtag Chanman.
What is the worst advice that is commonly given to people when starting from scratch? What do you hear all the time and you roll your eyes? Don't tell them that. Is there anything that off the top of your head?
Oh, I don't know.
No, I don't know. I know the
Don't do that again.
Yeah, I know the worst advice, like when someone's trying to get back on track and then you're with someone that isn't, they'll be like, forget about it. You sort that out another
tomorrow.
time.
Do it
Yeah,
tomorrow.
We'll have a drink. We'll have a drink tonight, or we'll have a couple.
Yeah, we'll do it all next week.
But
You're always next week, isn't it?
Yeah.
How about you do it tonight?
Yeah, do it
Do it
now.
now.
Yeah.
'Cause listen, you're living
Give me
now.
some editing
Go
work to
and
do
get
there,
hit by a
Jason.
car.
Yeah, that's
Go
right.
and get hit by a car an hour later. So that week later is gone, isn't it?
Yeah,
Do it
exactly.
now. You don't know. Life's precious. I've seen loads of people die. I've had loads of friends die. I've had my friends suicidal. I've had people kill themselves.
Yeah.
My friends and that, do you know what I'm saying? They don't tell you, they just do it. So, like, if I had any advice, you just do it. Because no one's coming to save you but you.
Just speak. Make sure you reach out to, like. I feel that us men
Don't like to talk, do they?
don't like to talk.
Well, that's one I was going to add. Is suck it up. Just suck it up.
Yeah.
Get on with it. No. Show your emotions.
Tell him.
Show
I don't
him.
care. I'd rather my mate come and cry on my shoulders than go and jump off a bridge.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are you get them, be a man, suck it up. Well, how about you suck it up when you're crying? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And the other one is family. Family is like one of those.
I've let
things-
my family down
Yeah.
for years. Like I'm on a good.
Yeah, but there are people that want to be around the family, and there are people that you are allowed to not speak to family if they make you feel bad.
Yeah, of
you're
course,
allowed to
yeah.
choose your own
Yeah,
family.
it protects your energy. I don't care if someone in my family was not negative around me. I won't be around them.
And
Only because they're blood. It doesn't mean it's your life. It's your life.
I tell Cayman all the time, about negativity in family and that. And one day the penny will drop and he'll know what to do. But he does know. He does know.
He has to do that himself.
Yeah, he has to do it himself.
You got anything to add to that?
I'd say the worst.
I'm not telling
advice
you off
could
camera,
give.
but-
No, I know. Don't worry. I'd say the worst advice you could give to someone is look at what he's done. I'd say just focus on what you can do. Really. I mean, after everything that I've gone through, yes, I still talk to my mum. I still talk to my dad because in a way they are my parents.
You're craving it. That's what.
Yeah. So it's like. I speak to my dad now and then when I do need advice. I don't know why I do because he's not the best person to give advice, because he's like,
your dad, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
he will say, well, do this. I've gone through this. I've gone through that. And, you're thinking, well, like you take it on board. And then after I get off the phone, I'm thinking, it's not really something, that clicks with me. It's like, you doing what you did doesn't really represent what I can do, it's a lot different nowadays,
Your path.
This younger generation, like you said, we've got TikTok, we've got YouTube, yeah.
They don't understand that.
Yeah.
The older generation. What's
there
TikTok?
There is
one of them?
good, like,
What's one of them?
Yeah, there you go, Ben.
Do you mind if I just read a few comments out that people put? From the US, Crystal Godspeed Career, she put, unfortunately, if someone isn't ready to or willing to hear your advice, the most likely going to ignore any advice given to them, regardless of what it is. David says, 1, take them for a drink and relax them. 2, life goes on and show them that you are finished. You're not finished yet.
Let me just put you on that drink situation. That's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah, I agree totally.
Have a drink,
Yeah.
fuel them up full of haters and send them on the way.
Yeah,
Block him.
block it.
Restrict.
And he says, 3, get off your lazy arse and get on with it. That's the worst advice.
Yeah,
That's what you said. That was me.
That's someone there who hates life.
That is probably one
That's
of,
someone who's suppressed and hates life.
you know when you're feeling really low and someone's telling you that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not something
I'll
you
tune
want.
I think he's saying that is a bad bit of
that,
advice.
no, that is a bad. Yeah, no, I
that is
agree.
a
I thought you were saying that.
No, he's not saying that.
We're
He's,
going to block him too.
But no, he's right. That is a really bad bit of advice,
Yeah, of
especially
course
when
it is.
you're in like the lowest point.
You want help? You don't want to be told you're do you really?
No, you're not. I was
Swearing
yeah,
again.
calm, bro.
beep. You're gonna be beep, 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 beep. In fact, I might give you a cute little duck quack instead.
I had a yellow card. He's showing me the red.
Anna put these are all my own opinions. She put number 1. I don't feel we should give advice unless anybody wants it. It feeds into the narrative of we know best, yet in truth, only we can work out what's best for us.
Don't
Talking
agree.
about their own path.
I don't agree with that.
agree with that.
Sometimes you.
Don't agree with that.
Some people don't ask for advice, do they? You know.
Sometimes you can see
Yeah.
something happen and they can't,
Yeah.
but then you tell them and then they can. And
Depends-
it stops what they're doing and they go, oh shit, I was going to do something really
And
bad.
it depends how you sort of pull it.
Yeah.
If you've done a lot more in your life than your youth, yeah, and you try and tell him and then you show him, yeah, and then he doesn't do it, you've stopped him in the path of a dim too.
Exactly.
And it's how you like articulate like the conversation. Do you know what I mean? The way she's saying it is if you're like thinking you're better than someone, but no, it's like
You're doing it 'cause you care.
if you're your friend or your family and you care about him, then you speak to him on a level. Do you
Yeah,
know
that's
what I
what she means. I think it feeds into the narrative of we know best.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
she-
right. Yeah,
she
I
put
get it.
brackets. So she's saying.
mean? Sorry, Anna.
We've done this. The third comment, haven't we? Giving him loads of that. Block
Oi,
it.
Anna, oi, what you
Block it.
saying?
I think we can just see what I mean with what's that ADHD. Oh, you.
I think it goes to. I think
We
we're
just
all agreeing.
Yeah,
that
you got
unless
to
it's
explain
warranted-
it to us people.
Yeah.
But you see,
break it
there's,
down.
there's 4 different opinions, including her on Facebook commenting. That's 5 different opinions on how people see things, and
Yeah, it's mad,
it's
isn't
such a strange way.
That's what I mean. That's the whole thing about podcasts. It's so good, man, innit? Because everyone's got something to say.
And we're all individuals.
Opinions,
All individuals.
Yeah, it would be a crap world if you was all the same, wouldn't it?
So Matt from the Nooks and Crannies podcast. I'm going to read one of his. He put, no one seems to like to be told directly what they should do. Rather seems like they like opinions or a bit of misdirection.
I used to be like that when I was younger. When someone or someone used to tell me what to do, I'm like, listen, even if I knew they were right, I'd
We'll do the opposite.
I'm a rebeller.
Yeah.
That's what it is when you're young. You don't listen. I know it's bad, but I'm going to do it because I don't want to listen to you.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Don't do drugs. Drugs, you say?
And
Where can we get some?
and it's like in the back of your head, like you're like when
You
I
have to
knew,
come around the right way.
when I knew I was going to do, when someone says don't do that, in the back of my head,
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
need to do it,
Nah,
yeah.
you know
It's
it's
a
wrong.
devil
I was
on your
like, nah,
shoulder.
I'm doing it. I've still got to do it.
I've got to do this. You got to get it in a different angle.
Yeah.
This is why if you've done it, you're good to go and tell people it's not that because you angle it different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I won't go and say, listen, son, don't do this. Just say it. You spin it in a different angle.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah, 100%.
This is why I was trying to say to you, people, of course, are better to listen to because we know how to spin it to them. People, if you've got like a probation officer or a drug worker who've never took a drug in their life, come and tells me, I'm like, listen, mate, you've never even been on a session, so how would you know? Do you understand?
It's called peer support, isn't it?
Of course it is,
Yeah, peer support's very important.
Ex-offenders.
We'll do one more comment. Shelley says, let's just hope someday they get the emotional intelligence or they're going to have a hard time in a job. Now, that's a very hard way of saying it.
Yeah, that's like
Very negative, right?
that's,
It's quite negative, but I think emotional intelligence is what you've been talking about. Is that you did it when you were ready. That's emotional intelligence. You changed your mind because you realised actually you were doing something
I
good.
like to
and what
see
you
you
did-
go through hell and back 1,000 times and then say
that
that.
emotional intelligence sounds really patronising as well.
It does as a thing, but it makes sense when you kind of break it down. But
The thing is, a lot of people will say things and never even had trauma like people. If you put her in a situation, then say that.
Yeah, but do you not think like you look at like I used to say that, bro. Yeah. So do you remember? You know, like rich people that got loads of money and all that. Yeah, they might have like tripped over their like doorstep.
Yeah, that's a bad day for them.
And that's a bad day for them. You ever watch
Not
Made
getting
in
it
Chelsea?
right. Stabbed in the face.
Have you ever watched Made in Chelsea? And they're like, oh my god,
My heel's broken.
Yeah, my Louis Vuittons. I can't find them.
The cat turned up 10 minutes later.
Yeah, and you're
I've
like,
just been stabbed in the face, love.
again, though, we're all on our own different paths. And, I mentioned that I'm very much on purpose this
Yeah,
morning.
of course.
At the
You've got to
beginning.
respect people's paths.
Yeah.
It's like you guys have lived completely different lives to me. My bad day is having a terrible day at work, and to the point where my anxiety is causing me to just
Of
look
course,
at that.
everyone's got anxiety. That's what I mean. It doesn't mean.
So we've all kind of.
Everyone's got
Do you speak
something to deal with.
Do you speak to people when like when you're having a bad day?
Yeah, this is my therapy. This here is
good though, isn't it?
It helps a
We
lot.
can chat, can't we?
And I have not done a podcast properly in a while because we're doing seasons
You're
now.
quite good at it, man. You got a good voice for
it's
it.
good. Yeah.
We
doing
could
this for a
just
while.
chat for days. Like
Yeah,
that.
like keep us just here. We'll be.
I bet he's thinking, well, these are going here.
No, we do. Normally we do a podcast that's like an hour. We're going an hour 10, but this is good. This is why I say everything's got to be an organic.
I love it all.
Yeah.
that.
But,
Yeah, cool.
but I am reining in a little bit because we're going to have to play.
Wait, random minute? Huh?
Random minute. So it's that random minute, all right? So I'm going to give you guys a minute to answer some random questions.
Are we going round the room?
Yeah, you'll do one each. This is from a website.
Definitely on for 3 minutes, then.
This is from a
Maybe
website
4.
called teambuilding.com, and they've got a random question generator, and they are really random as well. Okay, these questions. Not rude or anything like that, or, too evasive. But we'll start with you, Ben.
Yeah.
I will start the stopwatch the moment you start answering the first question. Okay?
Yeah. How long have I got to
Try
answer?
and get as many as you can in the minute.
A minute, mate.
Oh, sorry.
Say that twice. He stopped it.
I'm gonna do a gag reel of just you guys swearing and see how many minutes we get. It'll be funny. Okay, so bring it up here.
Yeah.
So the first question is, what is your preferred jelly bean flavour?
Lemon.
Lemon.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, next. If you could start any business in the world, what would you start?
Music producer.
Cool. Are you close with your family?
No.
No. Where do you picture yourself in 5 years from now?
Author for a book and hopefully a film. Something to do with films.
Cool. Where were you born?
Shrewsbury.
What is your favourite local joint, as in pub, bar? We shouldn't put that right in that way, really, should we?
Favorite local joint.
You can say food as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking about food, but Nando's, isn't it?
Nando's? Cool.
Yeah.
And what is your favourite fast food restaurant?
Nando's.
Nando's. Not twice.
2 in 1.
What is the favourite thing you do that you don't like to do? What is something? Sorry, wait. Let me take it back a bit. What is something that you do that you don't like to do?
Eat healthy food, I think.
Cool, and there we go. That's a minute. I gave you the benefit of the doubt on the last one because I messed up the reading of it.
No.
Right, so you got 7. I'm going to do 8. It was 8 actually.
Watch me go now.
Go on.
Rapid response. 1, 2, 3.
Hashtag Chanman.
Get it in, Ben. Told you, say at least 10 times.
Right. Okay. So Jason, where did Chanman? Sorry. There you go.
You swore then.
No, Dominic.
Got out of here, didn't we?
Where
You
did,
swore before as well, you know.
I know. Yeah.
We're on
I
to-
told you this, didn't I?
Yeah.
Where did you grow up?
Shrewsbury and Telford. Well, it's Telford then Shrewsbury.
Is there a habit you want to change?
Negativity.
Nice. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I had that. Man.
Hot dog, dig
What do you enjoy most about your job,
Jim.
Jim? What board game are you unbeatable at?
Monopoly.
Sounds like a challenge.
I wish I had these questions.
What is the best date you've been on?
Date. Me.
All right, Miley Cyrus. If you could collect anything, what would it be?
Life memories.
What do you want? What do you want to do when you retire?
Just be me.
Has your taste in music changed in 10 years?
Yeah.
Would you describe yourself as a clean or a messy person?
Clean.
No, we ain't.
I'm now.
What is something what's something you're looking forward to?
Life and learning and everything. Just I just want to travel the world and
There we go. You answered 11.
But
See, he had the better question, Tim. I swear that.
hot
They did
dog.
kind of roll. They did kind of roll.
it was never only about hot dogs,
so,
wasn't it?
someone asked about the Jaffa cakes, yeah, whether they're a biscuit or a cake, yeah.
Yeah.
Tea tea cakes as well. Are they a biscuit or a cake?
That's definitely a cake, isn't it? It's a cake.
Nah, because it's got a biscuit bottom, innit?
Yeah, but so is a cheesecake.
Yeah, so
No,
it's a
so it's
cheesecake.
a Jaffa cake, though, isn't it? But they call it a biscuit. Sorry, anyway.
We're getting lost into this.
Hey, man, if we're going to talk about biscuits...
Who's got a
Shrewsbury
biscuit?
like...
It is called the Biscuit Show.
Right, Cayman, you've
Yeah.
got 11 to beat. Okay. No actual prep.
Go really slow so I win.
Chanman.
I lost my stopwatch. Jesus Christ. Terrible host. Right, so what is your favourite Netflix show?
Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
What is something that frustrates you at work?
Not straight lines cutting the grass.
Do you have a favourite sports team?
Coventry City.
What are you biggest fan of?
Boxing.
What is the best concert you've ever been to?
Bass Fest in Sheffield. Not really a concert, more like a festival.
Have you ever travelled outside the country?
I've only ever been to Spain once.
Are you GCal kind of person, or do you still prefer physical planner? As in
Physical
Google
planner.
Calendar. Physical planner, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have any pet peeves? Any little things that annoy you?
Dirtiness.
Dirtiness.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you consider yourself a trusting person?
Yeah.
What is your Starbucks order?
Don't like Starbucks.
Well, that is an order. Okay, we'll do that. What is your favourite Christmas movie?
Home Alone.
And do you have any musical instruments you play?
No.
Nope.
You did that on purpose. I see that.
I've seen that,
Yeah,
innit?
seen that. It's dodgy,
So
guys.
he's won now.
Dodgy podcast is. I see no fat. He looks in his cock and I was like, he didn't do that,
The
didn't do
dodgy
that with us,
biscuit.
did he, Ben? He was
Yeah,
really
he did.
yeah, dodgy
I got
biscuit.
7.
He proper stitched you up, didn't he?
Well, Cayman, well done. You won with 12 and you won.
Well done.
Why, it's random, innit? Yeah?
Brilliant. I love it. This has been fantastic, guys. Honestly, I've really
You enjoyed yourself.
I always enjoy this.
Yeah, it's
the thing is, right, that I was at the supporters awards thing for Shrewsbury Town last night.
Yeah.
Lots of people there. There's kids all around us trying to get all the players and stuff. I'm an anxious mess and things like that. I do have social anxiety. Put me in front of this microphone and I'm the Don, right?
You're at home, innit?
It's because
what I
you're
do.
passionate, innit?
Yeah,
It brings the best out of you.
it really does. And I encourage anybody that's going through anxiety, struggling on the streets, or if they're frustrated in life, to find something like a podcast, like boxing, like music, anything that you can focus
Your
on.
passion, innit? If you get a passion, then you're off skiing.
Well, while we're doing this, we're not worrying about the world outside, are we?
Nah, 'cause
We're
you
in this
don't
bubble right
focus.
now.
It's a lovely place, isn't it?
It is.
When you've got passion, it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I
You
feel
can
like
forget about the world. It's just you.
Yeah.
I feel like if you say, like, I was talking about fear, talking about fear, how fear can be a negative thing.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when you meet a new person, that energy exchange that you're talking about. If you go with someone, give them a safe, how's it going, how's your day been, and you learn about a person, you realise we're more alike than we realise.
Everyone has. This is what I mean. If everyone just woke up, and loved each other and realised everyone to be happy, the world would be a better place, wouldn't it?
It's just, yeah.
It's just if everyone clicked on, that the world doesn't have to be negative and it was a positive place and everyone said hello and everyone looked out at each other, then it'd be a wicked place, wouldn't it? You could walk down the street, there wouldn't be no anxiety because everyone knew that everyone would be happy with you. You know what I mean?
Amazing. I totally agree.
What a world to live in, eh?
Yeah. If only could all
That's
be
in my head, that is.
peaceful.
I'm living in it now.
Unless they cut the grass, then the year.
But I feel like because of our backgrounds and that, we find it hard to let other energies in because of the amount of
because you've been damaged
because
before.
of the damage.
Our trust has been broken.
Lack of consistency as well, I imagine, is difficult for you guys. People
Living in
come-
that world, though, we've been betrayed that many times. Do you understand? Trust is a big thing, isn't it?
Sure.
Obviously, because
Sure. Totally fit.
Yeah.
Right, what we're going to do is we're going to sign off by giving everyone handles where they can find you guys. So, Ben, tell people, if you want to, where they can find you and how they can follow what you're doing.
Yeah. So you can find me on Instagram as New Generation Coaching. You can find me on Threads on Instagram, New Generation Coaching. You can find me on Twitter, New Generation F7, and you can find me on LinkedIn as Benny Butler, New Generation Coaching, and also New Generation Coaching on LinkedIn. I think that's all of my threads.
Wonderful.
I'm
looking at you.
I was looking at me ticky, wasn't I?
Yeah, it's your turn now.
Chanman the Champ on TikTok, and then Instagram, it's Chanman UK, and then you don't need me Snapchat, trust me. Nah, that's it really. My TikTok's more the one where I put things out there. I'm on a daily. I've been slacking the past couple of weeks, but I'm back on it now. So,
do you want to give Unleashed a shout out? Where can people find Unleashed?
well, let me have a look on my Instagram now quickly.
Because
It's a big thing, and it's a very, very positive thing.
it seems to be growing quickly.
Yeah, it's
but
massive.
Of
Yeah.
course it is, yeah. So we need to get that out there.
I'm sure they won't mind people from Shrewsbury rocking up, you know.
We don't care. He doesn't care about that. We've got people from Wolverhampton. We've got people from London coming. We've got everyone there. A lot of people. We're not. They don't care about that.
People are people.
Everyone. Well, it was a good vibe. Everyone was there to watch a good night. People on the tables. The girls dancing. Everything was wicked. There was no trouble. The security was on point. No fights. Nothing. It was a good night. Well, let me have a look.
Fantastic.
Wait there. Unleash. Oh, don't do this to me, man. Let's go. How do I do this, Ben?
Yeah. There it is.
Is it because I've told you to
That one there.
Yeah, so it's Unleashed Boxing Events. It is.
Unleash Boxing Events? Find them on Facebook, Instagram.
Instagram.
Find them. I guess if you're interested, do like we all do. Give it a Google and message people. Cayman?
I mean, I don't have any socials to shout out because, I mean, what I post.
Shout mine out.
Yeah. But it's just like, all I want to say is, speak to someone, find someone that you can talk to, if you're struggling with mental health or anything like that.
You can find Cayman, by the way.
Yeah.
You can, but, I don't really post much on there. I mean, if you want, it is Caymen Donnelly on Instagram. If you want to drop me a message, I will speak to you personally.
Right, man, you might get some birds.
I mean, but yeah, just talk to anyone you can, if you're going through something, even if it's something little turn into something major. So, speak to anyone you can, find something, focus on it, and yeah, just do you. Just be yourself in life and get through what you can. And that's it, really.
Well, I think this has been brilliant because we've been just like there's no.
Been a good laugh, innit?
Yeah, it's been fun.
It's not just that. I think we've been truthful. We spoke our truths. Like we haven't hidden
honest
behind
guys,
any,
don't they? Speak out.
And that's why I wanted to do this today, is because I think there might be people listening to this that can relate to this.
Of course, yeah. You never know. Someone might be sitting there thinking, "Oh, listen, I've had enough of life and everything," and then listen to this and thought, "Do you know what? I'll go have a crack at what they're doing."
How many times do we speak to people and go, "You can do it, man. I've seen people do this. I've seen people do it. You guys are examples of that. There's three sat at the table right now, survivors. I've been out there and done it and turned that negativity into positivity. 100%. And that is a great way to end this podcast. So thank you so much for joining me, gents.
Thank you very much.
It's been great. And I'll end this with a bit of a sign off. So make sure you listen to the end. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Well, that was a fantastic episode. I appreciate some of the subjects there may have been a bit difficult for some people to listen to, but I thoroughly, we'll try that again. I thoroughly enjoy speaking about different people's lives and where they come from and where they are now and the journey they've been through. So that was fantastic for me. All right, so we've got to do something now that I completely forgot to do in the episode. Remember, I did it with Mandy Fawn, but I also have a soundbite for.
Are you ready? Questions for Alex. Right, is that it? Can I go home now?
That's been lovingly made for us. Thank you so much. This is questions for Alex as requested, and I forgot to do this on the podcast. So I reached out to Ben and to Chanman as well, but Chanman hasn't got back to me yet. But I'll ask Ben's question. He says, what made you start doing the podcast? The simple answer to that was to help people and to spread people's word, connect people. I struggled a little bit with my mental health working in an office by myself during the night. Silence was deafening. So I found podcasts to be a great help for me, listening to them. I started off listening to the Kevin Smith podcasts, Education, Hollywood Babylon, Jay and Silent Bob Grow Old, all those podcasts, and they filled like a gap that was missing while I was in that job. And I thought I could do that for other people. We created a podcast called Thor's Kin, and we connected people from in America, in the UK, all over the world. And we used to get emails and messages. We still do actually get connected with a lot of those people about the help that we gave them. And I wanted to make something local, similar to that. There are people in Shrewsbury that need their stories to be told, and I wanted to offer the story of a name above a shop or a door. So that is why I started podcasting, is to connect people. So I'm really gutted that wasn't put in during the podcast, because I think that would have connected the conversation a little bit, because like to have a purpose to do something drives you a little bit further. It would have been a great segue to something else. But thanks for Ben for that question. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. It's been really, really cool putting this one together. The next episode we got is I Speak to Alex. Alex Speaks to Alex from Osteria version 2.0, which is on Mardel, the amazing Italian restaurant. And yeah, yes, that is a fantastic episode. If you want to listen to a genuine Italian chef that's come over here and absolutely cemented himself into the food scene in Shropshire. And he won Chef of the Year as well. So that episode is one to wait for next week. That you won't regret it. It's fantastic. Thank you for tuning in, guys. If you're not following us already on social media, make sure you do. The Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. You can find us everywhere. They really do help. Thank you to my guests today, and thank you to the listeners. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.